What's happening, YouTube? Caliber here. We're here to do another Epic 7 video. This one is on Abyss 64 and against General Purgus and his 3 blind mice. So here we go. Let's hop in here and look at these characters right now for you guys can have an idea of how I was set up. Alright, so we got my Clarissa here. She's wearing 4 pieces of the Adventure Path Pegasus boots that are from 10-3. This ring that's from the Secret Shop, and a level 27 Joker, guys. She's been boloed pretty decently. She's been my character from the beginning, so I've been showing her love. Alright, her stats. This is what her stats look like. 3200 attack, 164 speed, 78 crit, 225 critical hit damage, 34 effectiveness. The effectiveness is lower than I'd like, but it works. Alright, character number 2 is Angelic Montmorency. She was actually wearing Megaris Tome, if I was not mistaken, to increase her speed. Same thing that Aether's going to be wearing. I'll just show off Aether's. So what we're rocking here is I finally transitioned to a speed set. I was able to kill the queen enough times to pick up my very first piece of speed gear from the queen merchant. So I picked up that normal raid. So I'm still rocking 2 pieces of Sacred Hero and 4 pieces of speed. I got lucky with some shop rolls, ended up with some speed pieces. So I went ahead and went for the 50% health, 60% health, 40 speed. These are actually dropped from Wyvern 11. I got lucky there. And then this chest piece here. So this is what Mont's rocking on her. She's doing pretty decent if I don't say so myself. She's definitely, and she's fully moloed out, guys. She's fully moloed. Not fully moloed, fully awakened. With her skill tree, her specialty enhancement. Alright, so we got Alexa here, guys. Alexa was rocking a plus 30 Joker, is rocking the level 71 spear that comes from episode 1, if I don't mistake, or episode 2, chapter 1 or 2. I forget which one. You get it from the AP shop. Still rocking Obert's helmet. Still rocking the dragon scale armor that dropped somewhere in the exploration. For the life of me, I can't find it. I got super lucky, guys. I got super lucky. I had this drop for me, guys, in the Goblin Collector's Charm. So I went ahead and slapped it on her. Why not? Give her some extra damage. I'd prefer crit damage, but this works for the time being. Level 70 Adventure Path ring. Level 71 2-5 Sacred Hero boots. Very nice. And then we got the wonderful, amazing Aether here. I got lucky with some some speed boots with 40 speed. Got that from the shop. And then the rest of it's just filler pieces for hit points because I want to keep Aether above 8k hit points where one shots are a thing. I'm wearing Megaris Tome. I was wearing that on both Mont and Aether. So yeah, and they're both maxed out to 15, giving you 22.5% combat readiness. And the rest of the gear, I'm starting to just fill it in. Nothing too serious, but I'm eventually replacing those pieces for some speed pieces. And that's my characters, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this Abyss video. Alright, guys, so I went ahead and sped some of these fights up a little bit, just for the sake of time. You know, I know you guys don't want to watch a 20-minute fight, and I want to get to the point and show you everything you need to know. So basically, hop in here, beating up on these wolves right away. I don't remember exactly what the wolves do, but I know the wolves can do like a crit buff or crit damage. I think it's crit damage buff. And wolves are super annoying in this game. So when they get a chance to do their ult, that's when the big damages come, and I didn't want to risk that. So wolves were the first choice there. So going to town on these guys, I decided to bring a 4 water team, and not for any reason other than, you know, why not? I think I already had them set up. I think it worked out perfect. I got Alexa already built up for this, which is very good. So going through here, damaging them, taking out that turtle, saving that lizard for last, and boom, there he goes. So beating up on that lizard, not a whole lot left for me to do other than set myself up better for the next round, trying to get myself as many burns as possible for this fight. So here we go. First thing we want to do is take out the crystal. After this crystal dies, he summons, I think, 4 mice, if I'm not mistaken. And these 4 mice are super annoying. They do so much damage. They do defense penetration, which is insane. Fighting the 4 blind mice, I believe. So We're going to be going over some of the abilities here. One of his abilities, they'll be popping up on the screen a little later on if you want to pause it and get a closer look at them. But ability number 1 is not commanding charge. It is not commanding charge. It's actually battle signal. Battle signal gives the command to charge after being attacked the 4th time since the beginning of battle. Ability number 2 here is Majestic. Majestic, when an ally except for the caster attacks, increase the caster's attack, defense, and speed. The effect will be removed if the caster turns ends. The 3rd ability there on the list is called Spearhead. Spearhead, when the caster is attacked, combat readiness of all allies except for the caster is increased by 20%. And then you got Heroic Strike, the 4th ability on there. Slow down the enemy with a great word with a 75% chance to provoke for 1 turn. I think I cut out some things on there. Gives the command to charge, dealing damage to all enemies, randomly stuns 2 enemies, and musters the ally force. I believe I have Heroic Strike wrong. We'll see when it pops up. Oh, slow down the enemy with a great sword with 75% chance to provoke for 1 turn. I had a couple letters cut off when I yeah, I had a couple letters cut off. So here we go. Clarissa's going to do the damage there. I probably should have saved that. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I probably should have saved that. I forgot, though, about the mechanic of the mice. I really did. So that was my mistake right there. Not realizing the mice were going to be showing up. But that's okay. That's okay. So going in for some chunky damage with Alexa. This dude's ridiculous. Here we go. Look at that. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. Oh, it's 4 blind mice. 4 blind mice. Yeah, they are nasty little mice too, man. They do so much damage to you. This is the real challenge to the fight. When you get to this point, if you can burn down these mice as quick as possible, you pretty much won the fight. Because sustaining against Purgus is not that hard. As long as you have decent heals, you shouldn't have any issues. So it's burning through these mice, and that's the trick, burning through these mice 100%. Because look at this Archie damage here. It's like, okay, I did a little bit of damage there. So 1 mouse is set up. So if I would have had like more Archies, I guess I would have been in better shape. Ooh, and then I got lucky there with the Clarissa AoE damage there. I gotta say, Clarissa has been one of the most powerful units I have used in the Abyss. The fact that she kills something and she can get an AoE damage has been so helpful in this game, guys. So helpful. Like these phases where you have to burn things down super quick. She's just going in there and stomping on them, man. It is absolutely insanity. If I didn't have her on this fight here, it would have been a much slower fight, and maybe even I might have even died and had to try a couple times. But this is my one and done first attempt. It's just like, just look at this here. It's like, okay, what do we do if we take out these mice right here with this AoE damage? Oh, we're going over the abilities right here. So yeah, here we go. There's all the abilities showing up. But yeah, it just comes down to, guys, it just comes down to being able to burn down these mice. Purgus is just a pushover for the most part. I wasn't very impressed with him when his mice died. I was like, okay, yeah, you're okay. I feel kind of threatened, but not really. But yeah, he could pretty much put some hurt to you with those mice. So here we go. Watch this AoE damage here. If this AoE damage lands hard on these, it's going to take them out and do even more AoE damage, which is beautiful. Such a beautiful mechanic for a 4-star character, and she's so highly underused by people. And there we go. Look at that, and even more damage. So at this point of the fight, I pretty much won. All I have to do is beat him down before his limit break shows up again, because if his limit break shows up again, I could be in trouble. I could. But yeah, That's when he gives the command to charge, dealing damage to all enemies, randomly stunning 2 enemies and mustering an ally force. So I have 2 more turns to take him down. At this point in time, it's just a DPS race. You just got to go ham and try to take him down as quick as possible, and hopefully don't get lapped very often. So now we have 2 turns here. This turn and the next turn before he gets his ult. Once his ult shows up, that's when we're going to end up with all those extra adds. And I didn't want to get stunned or anything here, so I went ahead and did a burn for Mont's immunity just to be safe. Better be safe than sorry, I guess. Look at all these debuffs I got stacked on this dude. This dude's been slowed, double poisoned, and defense broken. He's having a bad day right now. I will say one thing, Alexa is a freaking beast. If you guys are not using Alexa, you need to. Just saying that. She's great for Wyvern, and I enjoyed her on this fight. Alright, so that wraps up the fight, guys. Pretty easy fight. I hope this guide helps you in whatever way. And hit that like, hit that subscribe.